Hello everybody, how's it going? So lots of my newer subscribers have been asking me to do a comparison video for Nuit de Lhomme by YSL versus Dior Homme Intense. And I will say I have done this video before, but just so you don't have to go researching for it, here it is again now. So Nuit de Lhomme is a sexy cardamom fragrance, whereas Dior Homme Intense is this iris floral that can smell a bit like lipstick. And also, a girl that smelled this in my collection, she opened it and she was like, this smells like the makeup department in Macy's. And I was like, oh, do you like it? Is that a good thing? And she was like, no. I was like, okay, all right, thank you for being honest with me. Now, let me preface by saying that all opinions in this video are my own, and all the experiences I'm talking about are my own personal experiences or the experiences of people that I physically tested this on. Like, I sprayed it on them and they told me how much they liked it or if other people around them enjoyed it. Now, which one do I like better? Nuit de Lhomme. Which one is sexier to me? Nuit de Lhomme. Which one has better performance? Dior Homme Intense. Which one got the best ladies' reactions? The Nuit de Lhomme. Now, the only downside I find with this fragrance in comparison to Dior Homme Intense is the performance factor. Now, I will say I'm a bit of an anomaly because with this scent, I noticeably get at least 6 to 7 hours on my skin, whereas most people get about 3 hours, which is why you always hear me talk about overspraying it to get it to last longer on you. For all of the people that want the specifics, this bottle I bought back in late 2020. So this is not a vintage bottle, nothing like that, but I get amazing performance. This was a gift from a follower back in 2021, and this one easily goes over 8 hours with performance. Like, I noticeably still smell this after 10 hours. Like, this is like performance, projection, scent trail, it's all there with Dior Homme Intense. It's just the actual scent of it that I'm not really nuts about. And I've tried to love it, but I just don't. And the thing is, I don't find this to be a sexy fragrance because to me, what my mind associates with this scent is when I was a kid, watching my mom get ready for a black tie event or a really nice evening, and she's putting on her makeup, she's curling her hair. It just kind of smelled like all of that. Like, I would just sit and watch her and talk to her, and she's like putting on her lipstick, putting on her powder, throwing on a nice dress, curling her hair. And it just, when I smell Dior Homme Intense, that experience, that memory is what I think of when I smell this fragrance, which is why I don't find it to be a sexy masculine fragrance at all. In fact, I find this to be much more feminine and very unisex, right? Like, this is a scent I feel anybody can pull off because it does have that balance of the masculinity and the femininity. To be honest, I'm still trying to find the masculinity in this fragrance. It smells super, super feminine to me. Now, with Nuit de Lhomme, this fragrance I do find to be more masculine between the two, but still not a masculine scent. You know, when I tested this and when I have worn it, nobody has ever commented saying that I smell like a dude. Whereas when I tested Bleu de Chanel to test the performance, yeah, I definitely got that. And it is what it is, right? But with this one, lots of girls actually smelled it and they're like, damn, I want to wear that because that smells so sexy. I want that on my sweater. So definitely a hoodie fragrance if you're somebody that wants to spray something on a hoodie and give it to somebody that, you know, your partner or somebody that you like, something like that, then this is a great one to go for. But yeah, lots of my TikTok followers that are ladies have actually blind bought this and have loved it on themselves. They're like, Melissa, I'm getting showered with compliments. And same thing for the YouTube subscribers that blind bought this, that are guys, off my recommendations. They have just been enjoying their experience with Nuit de Lhomme, right? So, like I've said in many videos before, this one was my first love, but don't let that, I don't want that making people think that it's because of nostalgia I prefer this fragrance over that. You know what I mean? Because that's simply not the case. It's not like, how do I explain this nostalgia? It's not like saying that Tom Holland's Spider-Man is ass because I grew up watching Tobey Maguire. You know what I mean? I still recognize that shit. Tom Holland's a great Spider-Man. So there are other fragrances I've smelled after this that have actually outshined it that I personally prefer. So don't think that, oh, it's only because she loved this one more and it's sentimental, that's why she is not as in love with this scent. Like I said, there is a different sentimental, or like, yeah, there is a different sentiment with this fragrance from my experience, but not in a sexy way that I would want to wear. In a way of like me being a kid watching my mom put on makeup, you know? So is that a sexy thing I think of? Hell no. Reminds me of my mom, you know? But Nuit de Lhomme, I think, just for the people that want to know how the testings went when I sprayed these on other people, specifically with myself. So with myself, thumbs up, right? With guys that I've sprayed this on at nighttime, by the way, because I know when you spray this at the daytime, it's not going to really show out in the best way possible because it might make it a bit too cloying. So when I tested these at night, the guys loved this, of course, and the guys loved that the girls loved this. Now with Dior Homme Intense, guys didn't really care too much about it when they were wearing it, but they liked it more than the girls. Like the girls around those guys that I sprayed this on did not give a shit about this fragrance. In fact, they did not really like it at all. Now, I feel like if you live in colder weather, this is a scent that is a bit more bold, a bit more unique. And I think that this will still get you a lot of love. I mean, there's a reason why it's popular. There's a reason why a lot of people enjoy it. I don't think that that comes out of nowhere, right? So there's definitely a place, or there's people that really do gravitate to this scent, and there's a reason it has a cult following. But I just don't think that the uniqueness of it is enough to overthrow La Nuit de Lhomme in terms of being the sexiest fragrance to me. Like out of all the designer scents, standard designer fragrances that I have personally tested, La Nuit de Lhomme is easily a top 3. There have been, and like I've tried the Blue Electrique, the flankers of this fragrance, and this is the EDT, by the way. To the people asking me, should I get the EDT? I mean, I've never tried the EDP, never tried the Parfum version, but this EDT lasts on me a long time. So I am not going to, like, I can't say which one I prefer between the EDP and the EDT, right? Another thing that I will tell my audience right now is that I am not super into like the specifics of fragrances where I'm like, oh, you need to get this specific batch. Because lots of people ask me about reformulation. They're like, what batch number do you have? Or what year bottle should I look for? And I don't really look at this stuff. Like I said before, this I bought in 2020, late 2020. This was a gift in 2021. And the performance on both is great. You know what I'm saying? So to be honest, I feel like the word reformulated and watered down is a bit over exaggerated, at least from what I've seen, just because sometimes people just go nose blind to things and then they'll hop online and be like, oh, it's watered down, this version's reformulated now, but it's just because they're nose blind to it, you know? So I'm not gonna go out and tell you, you need a vintage version of this. Like, no, I feel like I tried this again recently at Sephora, maybe a couple months ago. Performance was the same on me. So you take that as you will. Test the samples that you want to, spray it on yourself, see how the performance is, and then make up your own mind about it. Don't really read into the rumors too much. They're rumors for a reason, you know what I'm saying? And just find out yourself by testing it on yourself. But that's it. La Nuit de Lhomme over Dior Homme Intense for me personally. Let me know which one you'd rather rock or which one you'd rather smell on your significant other. I'll try to find both and put the discount site links in the description. All right, have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.